shortly. And so, in terms of the actual format of the resume, Dr. Rico, like, what's your
Yeah.
advice on a good format? And is there a particular structure and those various subdivisions? Like, what's your advice on that?
There is an ideal outline for a resume. And that changes over time. So any good
Right.
resume writer is going to know the trends and developments in resume writing, which is why it's really important that if you do decide to either do this on your own or to go with someone who does this for you, that you really vet them, that you make sure that they know current trends. Because
Right. Okay.
I have spoken to some people before, who are professionals who think that it's still okay to put an objective on there. Um,
Right.
Things like an objective are very out of date. What's more timely right now is to have an executive summary at the top.
Mhm.
So, as a recruiter, you have recruiter fatigue all the time. Your goal is to have that bird's eye view of your candidate. And
Yeah.
the faster you can hook them, the easier it is for you to go in the yes pile. And that's always the goal. So, what I do is I front load all of the important details about my candidate right up top. I don't dive into
Mhm.
education, I don't dive into professional work experience. I start with a heading, right? And that heading will generally have, their title, either their current title or the title that they're pursuing. So, something like Vice President of Sales and Marketing, I might have that bolded at the top in a specific section heading, which is
Right.
this is important. You want headings because ATS will pick that up and recruiters will pick that up too. That their eye will be drawn
Yeah.
to that heading. You want to walk them down, spoon feed them what sections they want to look at. Um, and so you have the heading on top with your title or the title you're seeking. You have generally what I do is kind of either three core competencies or three key achievements right below that,
Mhm.
with kind of that vertical dash in between, right? So you might have
Yes.
60 million in revenue growth, vertical dash, um, exceeded sales quota in 2 quarters, and then dash, but very brief, very concise. Immediately, wow, okay, this person is really competent. They are
Yeah.
at the top of their game. I can see immediately why they would be considered for this role. And then everything below that should just lead into and reinforce those achievements. So the executive